Wow, that was a good clap.
See?
Better than my clap.
Everyone's replaceable around here.
Fuck you guys. I ain't replaceable.
Everyone's
speak for yourself.
replaceable. Just when you thought you were the only clapper in town.
I once was told by a manager at one of my many jobs, he's like, everyone's replaceable. And I took such great offense to that because I was like, we could say that, but I am not to be replaced. Like,
There's only one Lauren.
There's only one Michelle.
Exactly.
Like, you can't pop someone in the seat and do what we do. So tell me right now I'm replaceable again and see what happens.
I'm scared for my life.
I'll leave here so fast.
And then we're fucked.
We'll fly our VA jam. She can impersonate me.
Oh my God. I also was once told that everyone's replaceable.
I'm not into that. That's kind of a shitty thing to say to
like,
somebody.
thanks
Don't we
a
want to
lot,
build
dick.
people up and be like, you are one of a kind. Like, we value you, not you're replaceable.
That's why I like working with you, because we are that one GIF or that video where we are each other's hype women.
Yeah, right.
Except for yesterday, we were not hype. We were.
I had such a headache. You guys, we got into a fight. I don't even know if I'd call it a fight.
It wasn't a fight. It was just like a bitchy sister moment.
Yeah.
And Mia got into the car as we were having our moment, and she's like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "Lolo and I are just having a little text exchange." And she goes, "Those are long texts. Are you guys in a fight?" And I was like, "It's not really." She's like, "Is anyone going to apologize?" I'm like, "It's not like that. Like,
I did.
Yeah. And then I did.
You did. We both did.
Yeah. And then I was like, God, who cares? Can we just move on from this?
Did.
And then we did.
And we did.
We do.
And we did and we do.
That's why I like working with you.
But trust me when I tell you that the Scorpio in me is like, remember the 5th of December. But then I let it go. Because I'm working on letting go of everything. I work so hard on it. But in an effort to really let go, I'd like to break bread with you, or not break up, but break a cookie with you.
Okay, I'm down.
Okay. So I saw this when I was on a quick coffee run.
Where?
And this is from La Colombe.
Okay.
And it is the ginger-molasses cookie. And I love, what I'm obsessed about is the chunky sugar. And I can tell it's going to be soft and like a little chewy.
This looks good. This looks good. You had me at ginger-molasses.
Yeah, I'm here for this. Okay, that's for me. Help yourself. Oh, golly, I just dropped it.
Anthony, do you want a piece? Hang on. Come get your piece.
It's giving Sexy Jan's ginger snaps.
Oh my God.
That's lovely.
Yeah. That's delicious.
That's good.
Mm.
In yoga, sometimes when we're moving through postures, I'll say, move like you're moving through molasses.
Molasses is tough to move through.
That's tasty. Makes you thirsty.
Mm-hmm. I didn't used to like molasses as a kid. And then I went to my first Christmas at Ryan's family's house, and his grandma Sue, who was wheelchair bound from polio, could still get around a kitchen.
I remember Grandma Sue.
Mm-hmm. And she made the best ginger snaps I've ever had in my entire life.
Better than Sexy Jan's?
I mean, I'm not sure.
Maybe
Jan
shared
could.
recipe. There's butter in there. That's good.
I thought Jan always made Sue's recipe.
I have fond memories of watching family members on your in-laws' side help Sue up and down the stair. Like, I can get a lump in my throat and cry about this because it's just such a beautiful way to help a human. And of course, it's a loved one in a family. But
yeah,
I remember,
no, we're not going to leave Sue at the base of the stairs. Fuck you, Sue. Have a happy holiday.
Stay warm out there.
Someone throw Grandma
But
Sue an
watching
Afghan.
like the guys lift her up via her wheelchair and walk her up, it was 5 stairs into your home. Mm-hmm. But those are core memories and just shows a lot about people in general.
I totally agree. And I feel like, when your family is affected by something where somebody has a need, or, like our experience with our mom who went through a dementia journey, it changes you, and everybody gets a perspective that they might not have had. And I know my kids for sure, like
if they see someone in need, or maybe they have a different understanding.
There's an empathy there. There is an understanding.
Oh, thank God, empathy.
I know.
We can't lose it. We can't lose it.
Hanging on by a thread.
If you don't use
Not
it, you
us,
lose it.
but-
Not us, but it's just the country. Yeah. Okay. Now,
That's true.
speaking of the holidays,
Yep.
we have a huge announcement that we are so excited to share
So
with
excited.
our listeners. This is huge, you guys. We got a call last week, and the lady was like, hey, y'all want to host a screening of a holiday flick?
Yep.
Basically, our nips got hard, and we were like, holly jolly.
Who's got 2 thumbs up and saying yes? The Sister Project. Well, that's actually 4 thumbs. 4 thumbs. We were like, yeah, we're all
Heck
in.
yes.
Where do we sign?
So where do we sign? But where, more importantly, is this taking place? So listen, Whiffs, and this is how this is going to go, because it's open seating and we have tickets available for you guys. So it's on December 2nd, which is a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday.
You know what? It's the day after the twins' birthday, so
Which is a
that's all that
Monday.
matters.
Yes, because then you get that done with. So it's on December 2nd at 7 p.m. at the Hollywood Boulevard Theater in Woodridge. So nice and super local. And the film is going to be the new film that's coming up out on Prime. Oh, what fun.
Yep.
Starring
Just starring.
By the way, the lineup, the cast is very good.
Full epic ensemble cast.
Okay, Michelle Pfeiffer, who
Yep.
plays the mom, and from what I understand, she's doing all the mom things, and then she
And
goes
then
missing or something.
She gets left. The family
she gets
leaves.
left.
It's kind of almost like giving me like Home Alone,
But the opposite.
adult vibes, where everyone ditches the mom.
Okay, great. Can't wait to see how this goes. So Michelle Pfeiffer, Dennis Leary.
Yep, that's her husband.
Who is in one of my favorite holiday flicks, The Ref, starring Kevin Spacey.
And don't you think isn't Dennis Leary on your hot list? Is he one of those old
back in the
men
day?
that
Yeah, he would fall under the category of I find him to be attractive.
Has he fallen out of?
No.
Okay.
I'm down
No.
with Dennis. I like his attitude.
It's 187.
Anthony, you had something to say about Dennis Leary?
Oh, no, not Dennis Leary per se, but it's just like, I mean, it's hard to keep track of the list when there's 187 guys on it. Men between the age of
Oh, you're talking about Lauren's
60
hot list.
and
60 plus.
78 years old.
60 and 78, not 16. 60.
60.
60.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just, I don't know.
You're into a mature man.
Plus, I just recognize that it's okay to say, hey, that's a nice looking man and he's funny. I'm putting him on my list, my nice list.
Better than naughty.
Yeah, I got plenty of those. Yeah, so Dennis Leary, Felicity Jones, Dominic Sessa, if I'm
I
saying
don't know
that
who
right.
that is.
Okay.
Dominic Sessa.
Sessa.
Yeah.
He is from The Holdovers with Paul Giamatti and
great
Divine
flick.
Joy Randolph. I think that came out in 2022 or 2023. The Holdovers was added onto my holiday
Top 10 hit list.
Hell yes, it's one of the best holiday films.
This is the one that takes place at the boarding school
Yes.
and the kid stays behind with Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, the Holdovers, the kids that like get left behind.
Okay.
And Divine Joy Randolph is, I think she's one of the cooks.
mom. Oh.
No, she's a cook.
Okay.
And she has experienced loss of her son. So there's a heavy message of grief. And she won an Oscar for that role.
It's all coming back to me.
But needless to say, a really amazing cast for Oh What Fun. And so Whiffs, if you want to join Michelle and I on December 2nd, and the man behind the mic, the voice, that you don't see him, but Anthony will be coming with us as well. Michelle and I, though, are hosting the screening. And it's going to be so fun. So join us, and you can email me for tickets at lauren@thesisterprojectblog.com or hit us up on Instagram messages, and we will get a list of guests going. And I'm hoping there'll be maybe a holiday cocktail or mocktail, maybe some popcorn, and we're going to do a giveaway. And it's going to be fun and jolly, and we all need a little holly.
I'm so looking forward to this being like a jolly holiday night out.
I can't wait.
At the movies.
At the movies. Like our favorite
Yay.
thing, like that week, what we are watching is going to be Oh What Fun.
Can't wait.
And that will be streamable. The movie will be streamable, I believe, on December 3rd.
Okay.
But meet us at the theater because we need
We'll
a
be
night
there.
out.
Yeah.
We will be there.
We'll be there.
Speaking of going to like see things, Michelle, Anthony and I went to see Rumors last night.
Was this a spur of the moment?
Last
thing?
week we talked about, it was, we just No, not really. A
Okay.
week in advance. And Rumors, who covered Fleetwood Mac.
Love
they
it.
were so
Love it.
fucking good. Okay. Like they were good. First of all,
Like, did they cover all of the things that you wanted
they
to
covered
hear?
every song. Anthony was like shocked that I knew all of the songs. Tusk and Silver Springs
So good.
are two of my favorite Fleetwood Mac songs. And they covered both of them. Yes, Anthony?
No, I'm just listening.
We had a lot of fun. And we went to Garcia's, which is a new venue in the West Loop.
Okay, super close. Love
It's right,
that.
which was awesome. But what's so unique about it, we had GA, and I figured we were just going to be kind of in standing room only kind of
Okay.
thing. But it's like almost like a supper club, more or less.
What? What do you
Like,
mean? You could
sit
sit
and
at, like,
eat. It's actually almost all tables.
What? I
Kind of like a
love
jazz.
this.
It's kind of like a jazz club.
It's got a jazz club vibe to it. I mean,
Oh.
granted, there's photos of Jerry Garcia everywhere, which is so cool. There's kind of like that trippy vibe, but the bar is beautiful. They've got vinyl records, really good bottles of like cool booze lined up. They've got mocktails. They have it all. And I would really highly recommend going. Shout out to one of our whiffs and your good friend, Beth Stamer, and Teresa Sullivan, our
Oh.
local travel agent.
Yes.
I saw a couple of them in the crowd as well. So the
Fun.
LaGrange peeps are coming in to enjoy.
I want to check it out.
Oh, you have to. It's
wanna
so
check it out.
good. And I just want to also shout out Trovoli Tavern, which is in the West Loop as well. We got their French onion soup and their frickin' smoked baby back ribs.
Oh, I can tell by
And
that.
I'm
Whoa,
just here
whoa,
to tell
whoa,
you that
whoa.
I ate those bones
my baby
dry.
back.
Oh
baby
my
back, baby
God,
back.
finger looking good.
Finger licking good. What'd you say, Ann?
I was just singing the baby back song. I got
Oh
my
yeah,
baby.
baby. I want my baby back.
Are they baby back? I don't know if they're
Chili's
baby back, though. Are they?
ribs.
They may
barbecue
not
sauce.
be. They might not be baby back, but in my mind, but they come from smoked green meats or green.
Oh yeah,
Green
yeah.
Street.
Green Street meats. Unfucking real. So I'm just saying, if you need a cozy like meal out and you want to share something with someone,
yeah.
go and get that. The French onion soup is to die for. And those ribs I have had a couple shitty slabs of ribs lately.
Oh,
I've been cured.
because the shitty slab
Dry.
Did you have any snapbackers?
I'm gonna throw up.
Well, there you go.
I'm gonna throw
Just a
up.
piece where you're trying to clean that bone off,
Like
and
a
then you
veins?
accidentally get like
Okay.
a fat lip when it blasts you back in the face. It
There
just
was
snaps
none of that. No, it was like
Good.
it fell
off the bone.
And
That's how you know you're dealing with a quality product.
And you know what? And there's nothing better than a great server. And our server's name at Trivoli Tavern was Junior. And I just want to say, it always elevates the experience when you just have a really friendly, fun kind of server that's, just attentive and in it to win it with you.
And you want to know what I feel like? Sometimes the servers we're getting back to the way it was pre-COVID. I feel like that service experience changed a little bit.
It was a bumpy ride for a little bit.
It was.
Yeah.
But you know what? We were
It's
just
back.
in Florida and on the for celebrating our friend's wedding. And the first night there, a whole big group of us went out to dinner and had like all of the seafood, the clams, the oysters. I mean, literally everything. But the best part was our incredible server. He made the experience.
Yeah.
He kind of directed us with confidence. He told us, he shared,
This is
you
a
want
game
this, you don't
changer.
want that. He was on it. We were always, everybody's glass was full.
Yeah.
Mine was still full with just a sparkling water.
Yeah.
But it
Because
really,
it was your first sober wedding.
first sober wedding.
And how that, I like that we're, ticking off things. What was
Yes,
the other thing? You
big
had
events.
a big sober something not too
Sober
long.
girls trip, pigs events. We're doing all of the big things. Yes, it was fantastic. But also what I noticed, because I was spending time with people, the next day, you're at an out of town wedding. So you're seeing people the next morning. There was a lot of, gosh, you look fresh as a daisy this morning. How you feeling?
Fresh as a daisy.
Fucking fan-fucking-tastic.
Fresh.
Fresh.
Makes me happy because it's like, I was talking to someone, I have a friend at yoga who we were talking randomly about drinking, not about your journey. And we were talking about dry January. She's
Yeah.
like, I gave up drinking once for a month and I felt nothing fucking different. And I'm like, well, thinking maybe you didn't drink that much to feel it differently.
Maybe she had a glass of wine on occasion
here and there.
or something.
I don't know, but it's funny because, everyone's experience is different, but I love that you're reaping all of the benefits of feeling good, looking good.
I mean,
thriving, not surviving.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I just like the mornings. I feel like you take back the mornings the most too when you don't consume alcohol. For me anyway, I'm a morning person, but like a morning after a night of imbibing doesn't go the way
doesn't slap.
The difference, if I did like a side-by-side comparison, the changes would be drastic.
Now, are you having like an edible sometimes to kick off the night?
Hell yeah.
And can you share, like, do you have a favorite for those that are like, I don't want to drink this holiday season? What edibles are we
call them the
taking?
giggly googlies.
Well, I want a giggly googly.
It's the Lost Farm, Lauren. It's the one
Which
that you
one, the
had
Durban
the first.
Poison?
It's the one you had the first time when I didn't have one yet, and we were in Michigan, and you had the giggly googlies, and I looked at you. We were playing like Yahtzee. We were playing some game, and I looked at you.
Playing
Rummy Cube, and I looked at you, and I go, "I'll have what you're having." So that's what I enjoyed while we were
so good.
They just, and it's just enough. There's a lightness. You've got a smile. The celebratory mood gets carried off into the sunset. And I just feel like everybody wins with a little Lost Farm.
It's a little, they're elevators. They
totally
elevate the vibe. And I always find, and I also like the mango wanas. So typically
that's one of
these
my
are
top,
like sativa, like sativa leaning edibles. And extra credit points if they're strain specific, which Lost Farm has the Durban Poison strain.
It has the Pineapple Express strain.
Which is always helpful.
Yes, it is.
And
sometimes we like to go where we know.
Go where we know.
Go where we know.
Go where we want to go. There's a mama's and a papa's song. We
do what we want to do.
I don't know, but it's there. It's in my brain.
Okay.
In any case, and those I find just like, it's like a light switch. You're like, boop. And it's almost like a bump of cannabis.
And it is. And also for me, who is always going to bed before everybody else, last man standing first night.
Well, because you're not falling down hammered.
Last man
like
standing.
Shit.
Thank you very much. People are like, well, holy hell, you closed it down last night. Yes, I did.
Now, Michelle, this was for a friend of yours who is basically like the last of your friends in your group.
In the mushroom group.
To have wed. And I think that's really exciting because I'm down for waiting until you find the love.
Yep. My friend, took her time on this and made the right choice and found her person. And it was such a fun, I have to tell this story. So I'm sitting with my group. We're all sitting there, all of our friends. And it's just a fun group. There's 20 of us, guys, girls. We've known each other for like literally 30 years. We're sitting in the pews or the seats, whatever, on the sand at the wedding. They were seats. We were not in pews.
Not a pew.
No, there was no pews or pews. I don't know. That didn't work either. And my friend Killeen, who I've mentioned here a million times, is moaning. Okay, moan crying, moan wailing. She's having a moment. And the joke through this whole process of our friend Jen getting married was Killeen was like her wedding doula. She sort of labored her to this moment.
You just tapped into a market that may have not been tapped into yet. A wedding doula.
She was like not her wedding planner.
No, her support.
She was her support. She was kind of like her point person. She told Killeen, was telling her, what are you doing with that? They have a very funny, honest, sisterly relationship. Yeah. But the kind of the chuckle along the way as Jennifer was walking down the aisle, I was saying that Killeen had been laboring her to this moment, and the moment that she stepped onto the altar, the riser, Killeen had dilated 10 centimeters and birthed the bride. And that kind of just led us into like one of the best. You know what? A wedding when you're 46, 47 is it was a different experience for us at this age being spectators.
Totally.
It was such a blast.
I'm here for it.
It was so fun.
Well, congrats to your friend. I'm so happy for her. And
never seen somebody happier in my entire life.
Happily ever after.
Totally.
Michelle, I just want to give a unsponsored shout out to your sweater.
I
That's
know.
Newly, right?
Yes. This is one of my first.
Really, really fucking cute.
Thank you.
I'm kind of into it. I think you should buy it.
Thank you very much.
Find out how much it is. I'll buy it.
Listen,
I want it.
She doesn't own it? I'm confused.
No,
I
rented
Newly's
this.
rented.
So I started, this is one of the first garments in my first Newly order, which is like a sustainable option where you can rent like anthropology free people, like higher elevated pieces. I am really going to try to not buy anything. Because I'm trying to be thoughtful about my consumption.
I'm here for it.
And I have been quietly collecting on my hangers on my app some things that come through. I am only shopping new arrivals. That's the trick. And I am hoping that I can sort of sustain this like revamp every month of using new things in different ways.
Yeah, well, I want to buy that. Maybe.
Isn't it great?
It's so freaking cute. And we coordinated our outfits. I actually took a page out of your book and stopped at Jane and LaGrange. I love that little shop. It's their shoes that I'm captured by their shoes.
How did you get any?
No, because I don't need any, but I want them all.
But there's so many there that you want.
They're gorgeous. I feel like when I walk into that shop, I feel Euro vibes for the shoes.
Totally.
I feel like I've walked into a European style shoe shop. So I'm here for it.
I've got my eyes on some loafers and some clogs.
Yeah, loafers, clogs,
great
booties,
clogs.
like boots that are, and their heels, like they've got this pair of heels there that they just have my name written all over them. So
I love
cute.
Why don't we can trade borrow before my Newly return.
I really want you to get a price on that and see how much it is to buy that.
Okay, I think it's like $100.
Okay, maybe. I will say, in regards to clothes and sustainability, your friend, I'm standing up in a wedding in January,
Anna,
and I saw a photo of your friend Anna. Hi, Anna, dear listener, whiff and good friend. And I loved her dress, and it happened to be the color
she's
of the
a sexy
dress.
bitch,
well,
isn't
she's
she?
Sexy, and I'm like, if she looks that sexy, I want to look that sexy. But
and
no one could be sexy Anna.
Well, you can be
I'm
sexy
just sexy
Lauren.
Lolo.
Do it.
Here she comes.
And we know
Here comes
you will.
not the bride.
Listen,
Here comes the bridesmaid. When I was asked to be a bridesmaid, and I was like, oh gosh, I'm going to be a bridesmaid. I was kind of like, wow, okay. And then I immediately went from that to I'm bringing it, man.
I mean,
no one asks me, I don't do anything half-assed. You know what I'm saying?
No, and you don't do fashion half-assed.
So Anna, I asked you, which I loved this because I saw her in the photo that you sent me and I'm like, wow, that dress, where did she get it? And you're like, oh, I just spoke to her. If you want to borrow it, if you think the size will fit, she'll ship it to you. And I'm here for that.
Cool. I know, because again, sustainability, she's like, when am I going to wear this again?
Well, that's what I was thinking. She lives in Colorado.
You know?
She's not
Seriously.
You guys were in Florida.
Yep.
Okay,
and she has stated she's not going back to Florida again. So I
can relate to that.
The chances of her wearing it are slim to none.
Now, Michelle, before we move into our hot topic, I want to move into our ad break. So we're going to move into our Let It Be Us ad break first.
Okay.
And we want to give a shout out to our wonderful organization that we are working with, Let It Be Us. You guys, we've been talking about them all season long, the fall season. And so our shout out for Let It Be Us. You guys, they are a nonprofit dedicated to changing the landscape of foster care and adoption here in Illinois. In fact, what we want you to know the most is that if you know anyone who is like thinking about fostering, tapping their toes in that water, we want Let It Be Us be the first place that they go to for like what's next.
Yep. The best Illinois resource.
Yeah. Anything you have questions, how do I start this process? Any reservations you might have, like go there and ask them all the questions because that's what they're there for. They are connecting kids with loving families and bringing hope where it's needed most. And we love what they're doing. And we want you to learn more about them at letitbeus.org. Go to the events section. There's a couple different things going on. Their toy drive, their gingerbread making nonprofit, or their gingerbread making fundraiser on December 4th. There's just a lot that you can tap into. So even if you aren't looking to foster, but you want to get involved and do something good this holiday season,
get festive and give back with Let It Be Us.
Let It Be Us.
Love it.
Thank you for sponsoring us. Let It Be Us. We love you guys. Keep up the good work. All right, Michelle, I wanted to segue into yesterday we had like, we were just joking, like our little riff.
Little sister spat.
But that was separate from like how I'm really kind of feeling about things. And I'm talking about the holiday season. Like I've been thinking about the holidays and I don't know what it is. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I actually take
rewind.
it.
Rewind. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep.
I know exactly what like my issues are this holiday season. But I'm definitely feeling like there's a couple things happening. Like it's so quick. Like I feel like November started yesterday and it's Thanksgiving.
I know.
So happy Thanksgiving, everyone. P.S. This drops on Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And
what an enjoyable episode to listen to while you're basting your turkey.
Yeah, exactly. Based away. But everything's coming really quick. So I'm like really leaning into like the slow it down. Like pause, like take a break. I've been going over my calendar and finding that it's getting busier too. And I'm like, okay, I need to find pockets to like really not fill up with everything. But then I started thinking and I'm thinking about how I'm feeling. And I'm feeling like that dimness that I had after mom died when the holidays just didn't seem as bright. And I'm
totally
like in
Lauren.
that spot again. And it's not because mom's dead. It's because of the state of our country. Like legit, I personally, and I know I'm like a sadist.
No, masochist?
Masochist.
Yeah.
I do this to myself.
Yeah. Where you inflict pain on yourself?
Yeah.
Is that what a masochist is?
I'm a sadist to myself. A masochist, do they receive it?
I'm
one of them. Either way,
it doesn't
I am
sound
doing
good
it
and
myself.
doesn't sound like
sustainable.
the best.
It's not, because I know that I like keep up with what's going on in this country and in the world. And
I feel like it's taking a toll.
I do, but at the same time, I don't have the capability to not be aware.
Ignore.
Like I really do applaud the people who are able to be like, I don't watch the news. I don't really know what's going on. Like that is, I admire it because like that must be nice. I can't do that because I just don't, I have the inability to not be mindful of what is happening.
Yeah. I mean, it's a vibe. Like talk about getting knocked off your high flying disc. I mean, turn on the news and
it's
go
nonstop.
It's the dark side. There's nothing joyful or holiday feeling about it.
There isn't. And I will say like my news sources, I watch like NBC Today and they are trying their hardest to like put in like a good, here's a feel good story. Craig and Savannah every once in a while are like, before we dive into the hot ass mess that is going on right now, like here's a feel good story. Like Dick Van Dyke, for instance, was on yesterday. He was being interviewed by Al, and people and stories like that of Dick Van Dyke are a little bit of game changers. Like you see that there's still like so much
goodness
in this world.
Yeah. Don't you ever think about how hard it might be for the anchors and the journalists?
We talked about Aaron Parnos, that kid on Instagram. I'm hoping he seeks therapy.
Oh my God. Like the amount of PTSD and like chronic stress and literally the cortisol release that your body must be pumping every time you turn your head.
Yeah.
Well, plus, I mean, I feel like they have to protect themselves too, which is scary.
For reporting the news.
Yeah.
You
mean like physical protection?
From their safety.
Well, physical and just you never know if at some point is like, are they,
it's too much.
Deemed an enemy of
that you're saying like protect themselves from like maybe being like, you're a traitor.
Be quiet. Yeah. I'm gonna
censor
you away.
There we go again.
By the way, sadists, masochist is deriving pleasure from
pain.
From pain.
Got it.
Sadist is the reverse. You derive pleasure from.
So I'm a masochist. Yeah, because
you're kind of both.
I'm both.
I am. I mean, I would know.
Stop. Never. Creeps. But I just feel like, my holiday light is feeling dimmer because of the weight of what's going on in this world. So I've been yesterday hit me hard.
Tell me about it. Because I needed to understand more about where you were in that moment. I think that's where the disconnect with us happened is that I was not meeting you where you were in that moment. And you don't have
to, because why would anyone want to meet me where I am in a moment of overwhelm? Yesterday at this point, it's about a week ago, I'm, sitting, going through my news feed. And even if you turn on the news and all you see is the president of the United States telling a reporter, quiet, quiet, piggy. And that really affected me because it's just a really great example of how he how he treats and thinks and talks about women, whether now we see to their face or when the camera's not on him. And it is such a horrific example to point your finger at someone and call them a piggy. And if some people out there might have found that to be funny, most of the people in my camp and who I'm talking to were outraged by it. And as a woman, I was really affected by it because I just don't understand how we've gotten to a place where we are calling people who are just simply trying to get answers to questions.
Doing their job
and being called names by the leader of the free world. And it is, in my opinion, very scary. So I saw that yesterday and I got enraged. I got so mad that it just really affected me yesterday. And it just feels like abuse. It feels like abuse
and it
that
just
we're
feels
all
like
a part of.
And it just feels like yet another license for their hate, for hate, and just for lack of a better term, a really shitty way to communicate and have a conversation or be in the same room with people. I don't understand. I didn't see it. I have to say that I did not see it until later.
I wouldn't even. Oh, so you did see it at some point.
I saw it later.
I was so affected by it. And I think it's just because of I feel very strongly about treating people with respect, right? Like you don't, and I think it's so
you're
demeaning.
going against the grain right now in the country because that's what's gone.
I know. And that's what I think it is. I think that is just kind of like the umbrella of all of the horrible things that are coming from underneath that. And I'm just, it's really hard
to bounce back,
jolly and bright when you have so much heaviness. So, well, I'll go into what I'm trying to do to kind of combat that. But before I do that, I was kind of wondering also, where's your head at this holiday season? I know it's different. You're in a different space than me because you're in the headspace of your kids are like a year away from 18.
Yeah, I'm not really. My headspace isn't really in it right now.
In the holidays?
I mean, here I've done some things. I've made some I've got a basic understanding of what a menu is going to look like. I've created a gift list. I have a guest list in my mind. The invitation's going to go out on a certain date. I even procured some of my holiday plaid napkins.
Oh, okay, that's a start.
And that I feel like has at least taken a little bit of the edge off of preparing for hosting, which is what I'll be doing this season. But I think it's mostly because my kid's birthday is on December 1st, and I'm always thinking after Thanksgiving about my kid's birthday before Christmas. That's how my mind has worked since they were born because of the date that they arrived here. But I am finding myself kind of more not overwhelmed, just like consumed with something that I'm noticing. I'm going to try to get through this without crying because it's, they're going to be 17 on December 1st.
And is it because they're almost going to be?
They're just like in a couple Christmases, they're going to be coming home for the holidays.
Yes. Oh my God.
Here it comes.
Here it comes.
And I'm like, I can tell they're like ready. They are exhibiting things and
wild.
Ways and maturity and responsibility. Like I can see that is, we're heading in the right direction. Still got a lot to learn. Still got a lot of learning
student of
to
life.
do.
It's okay.
You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm like driving and thinking about it and crying. And I remember my friend Jackie, when her eldest went away for the first time, she was grieving this
grief.
change.
100%.
And I was thinking to myself, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. It's not going to be like this. And now I'm driving in my car,
sucking your thumb,
Celine Dion style, all by myself, just sobbing and looking at my kids like in a moment and like thinking like, pause this for just a second because
you're so big and it's so fast. And it's fast. So yeah, so Christmas.
So how you doing?
Great. Thanks for asking.
We need a tissue.
I'm
here,
okay.
here. I have one. This is for you. It's okay. We don't have any over there.
It's weird, like, and I don't know if I'm crying because I'm grieving or if I'm crying because I'm
nervous?
preparing.
Maybe all of it.
Maybe all of the above. Like I just it's just, I don't know. It's a weird, us gals, if it's timed the way it is for me, I'm like, in the throes of perimenopause, my body is doing so many changes, going through so many changes. And then my kids are growing and like literally getting ready to like, I'm preparing for launch. Like, and that's the other thing. And I'm stealing this from my friend Judy, who I call Saint Jude, who is like my mom mentor. And that she refers to this phase of life as not empty nest syndrome, like empty nester, but like preparing yours to launch. And like, that's how I'm looking at this. But like, damn, it's just it's like when June was, thanks Anthony. When June was like, when she got diagnosed, I'm not comparing the two. It's not the same, but I remember when June got diagnosed with dementia and I cried every day for a year. I cried every day to work for a year. And that was grief. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Well, grief comes in all different shapes and sizes.
And then this, I'm just like, fuck, why are you crying again? Like, get it together.
Because why not?
I know. I mean, I lean into it. I mean, fuck, I'll turn around and be like, just crying. Just don't worry.
I cried during landslide last night when we were at, because one of the lines is like, I've shaped my entire life around you.
Oh, I mean,
well, there you
thanks
go.
a
You're
lot.
welcome.
Okay, we're good. Just keep it.
I mean, if you guys are, if you're crying like this, I'm worried about me. I'm fucked.
Oh, Anthony's screwed.
Anthony
I almost cried this morning talking about Luna when she went to daycare.
To Blake.
Miss Brian McKenzie's mom or dad is my husband, is Anthony.
Honestly, Anthony, the way I'm feeling right now, like, buckle up.
Yeah.
Buckle up.
I mean, I'm not crying because of things as similar as yours, but I was crying to Anthony yesterday about what I was sharing earlier, being like, we're raising a daughter in a world where we point at women and say, quiet piggy.
Yeah.
That's fucking
scary.
a reason
to cry.
Yeah, I think so
That's
too.
a good reason to squirt out a couple tears.
It's overwhelming. And I'm with you on a different level of the grieving and the crying and the holidays feeling heavier this year.
I liked how you described it as feeling a little less bright.
Yeah, well, that's what Mom's death did the first Christmas. And then every year that went by, it got brighter and brighter.
But then that bulb is flickering right now.
That bulb is flickering a little bit. So I've been trying to do something that I do on a regular basis, but I've been trying to connect more with like strangers. Like for instance, when we were at Garcia's last night, I was talking to the bartender and I'm trying to really make a point to like have human
I'm just
connection.
really trying not to cry right now.
Do you want to cry more?
No, keep going.
Should I tell
I'm
this?
just keep going. I'm just going to keep crying.
Keep crying.
Should we play landslide just to bring it home?
I can't.
Get all the tears
that song
out.
literally
I
tore
can't
me
stop.
apart yesterday.
I can't stop when it starts. They started staying.
Well, here, I'll tell you this story. So actually, let's go back a couple weeks. We went to a different concert at Salt Shed. And we're standing there watching this band called Grizzly Bear. It's a wonderful band. It's kind of Anthony and one of our bands that we, it's like our couple, it's like one of our bands, our special band.
Well, that's cool. You like the grizzly bear. You like the pigs. Do you have any other barn animal style bands that you listen to?
I don't think so,
Okay.
but probably. In any case, we're standing in our spot that we had been in all night for the show, when out of nowhere, this man, this small little fellow, kind of is carrying 2 drinks and he's looking.
Yeah, forgot about him.
I loved him. He's super lost, but the concert's been going on and he's looking all over the place. And I know my surroundings very well. I'd never seen this small little man come by. So I tapped him on the shoulder and I said, "You didn't come from this area." He goes, "Are you sure?" I go, "Yeah, I've been here all night. I have not seen you pass by us once." And he looks at me and he goes, You are a savior in this world. And I go, okay, stop, pause. That's pretty intense. I mean, that's a savior. And he goes, and I laughed. I'm like, what do you mean? What? He goes, "You look out for people." And I like almost started
Yeah.
crying because I'm like, well, I was
Well,
looking
there
out
you
for
go.
him.
You're leading with what you want to see from others.
Yeah, well, also with what I want in my own
your-
life,
yeah.
just what I want.
Well, it's
you
just
know?
who you are, Lauren.
Yeah,
You're
well,
just
it was really kind of him to say that. I would never consider I do consider myself looking out for others. Absolutely. I wouldn't. I wouldn't
not
apply
savior. I think more helper,
maybe
Mr.
sainty.
Rogers style.
Yeah, maybe Mr. Rogers. I'm Mrs. Rogers. So I thought that was but then we got to talking, and he was just really sweet. And I was like, bless you on your way. He's like,
Here
I
we
gotta
go.
find
You're
my
not
friends.
a savior, but you're blessing
But
people.
God bless. And then last night at Garcia's, I was talking to the bartender. And I was like, hey, how are you doing? It was a woman. She's like, I'm doing good. And then she pauses and she goes, considering the circumstances. And I'm like, I know. And I said to her, I go, I know. I almost started crying. I go, I feel the same way. I'm doing good, but considering the circumstances, I wish I was doing better, or should I be worse? I can't quite keep track. But I'm just trying to make connections with as many people as possible, because I feel
that matters.
because my fear is that we are becoming so disconnected, and there's so much anger, overwhelm, fear, ignorance, all of the different things, that if I at least make connections with strangers, it feels good.
Yeah.
So that's something I've been.
And those are those like
applying. Micro moments.
Those micro moments that we can do for ourselves in the day to day.
Yeah.
To try to brighten that light a little bit.
And observing other people. Like, actually, when we were at this venue last night, I was watching this really adorable couple. They were an older couple. They kind of reminded me of like what Anthony and I will be like when Luna's like 18 or 20 years old, like a little older with their teenager or young adult rather. And this couple was obsessed with Fleetwood Mac. You could tell that was like their band, And at one point, the dad had his hand on the wife's shoulder, and the wife was holding her son's hand across the table. And then I was crying some more. And I was just observing that there really is still a lot of beautiful stuff happening in this world, even though it seems really dark and scary.
Yep.
And that's just kind of what I'm trying to
focus.
Yeah, because like to get out of this land of living on the internet, but see what's actually happening in real life. So yeah, that's where we are. And I think I'm going to just start walking around, and I'm a big happy holidays gal. I'm very mindful of the fact that we're not all celebrating Christmas, but I've added on to my greeting, and it goes a little something like this.
Here it goes.
Happy holidays. Fuck the patriarchy. Just that's it. I'm gonna get a sweatshirt made.
Are you
I
getting it
literally
made?
am getting
Have
a
you put the
sweatshirt,
order in?
and it's gonna swear me. Maybe the U will be like a Christmas tree or something. Because I need to wear my rage a little bit, and light some some matches and throw them in different directions.
That'll help. That's going to help negate. It's the opposite, and we need a little of the opposite.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's like the unfortunate thing about where we are right now is it's like the messed up world that we live is kind of where the dark side wants people to hang.
Got to get out of it.
And you can't dwell in it. And that doesn't mean not speaking up. That doesn't mean not fighting. That doesn't mean not doing the right thing. But you can't abandon yourself in the process, because you have things and moments and experiences that are not fully, I feel like, enjoyed when we lean in, we let the darkness kind of take control.
Well, and you bring up a really good point, because activism doesn't have to be, posting on Instagram. Your activism could be unseen by all. It could be something as little as making a donation into an organization that, and when I say activism, anything that helps other people, because that's really the essence of being a human being. And you and I are going to go and see A Christmas Carol soon, or we had at this point had actually seen it. And I always leave the Goodman Theater with the reminder, of like the essence of what the holiday spirit really is. And it's like to be in servitude of others. I know how silly that sounds, because we're so fucking absorbed with ourselves and with how we look and consumption and all the bullshit. But really, being a human being is really meant, we're supposed to help one another. So maybe this holiday season, we just all find a way to give back, and figure out what organization or person or people do you want to align with and help, and We all can do something to make a difference.
I think that's a really, really good plan.
God bless us all.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Very
so
good.
that was not bad.
No.
I felt like I kind of hit that one nicely.
Yeah, no, you.
That was weird. Why did that happen?
You know what? One of my original bandmates told me practice makes awesome.
We've
and the
been
more we
practicing.
work and flex these muscles, and vocal cords are like biceps. They can be stretched, they can be manipulated.
And you tell me I got to get out of my head or in my head.
Yep. You got to get into your head. No, well, your head voice, but we're going to, there's two different voices we need to be in, but we're going to get there.
Well, I thought today, since we can, we usually do our hymns, but we discussed Oh Holy Night. And that's the one I usually do a good cry to, or I feel really, that's kind of.
Are you wanting to?
I think we sing a little bit, just a little bit.
Raise
do you
our
need
vibe?
to pull up the lyrics?
You know what? The lyrics
I
never
think
hurt no one.
I think you should. We'll just sing, a line or four. And this will be our way to spread some Christmas cheer for those that are here.
Yeah, I am.
You ready?
Down with it.
Okay. Now this won't be any sort of Mariah Carey rendition, but I'll do
we're gonna
my
do
best.
more like the Brandy Carlisle version.
Whatever that means, I'm here. Okay, you cut me in.
A 1, 2, 3, and let her rip.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining.
'Tis the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining. I like it. Until he
Why aren't you going with me on that one?
appeared. And the soul felt its worth.
A thrill of
There we go.
hope.
Yep.
The weary world rejoices.
Keep going.
For yonder
Oh.
breaks a new and glorious morn.
Yeah,
Here
keep
we
going.
go. Fall on your knees.
Drop to your knees. Yes, in your mind.
Oh, hear the angel voices. Take it away.
Oh, night divine. Oh, night when Christ was born.
That was really beautiful.
Wait, Lauren.
Oh, night.
You were giving Cameron Diaz in my best friend's wedding vibes at the when they made her sing that song.
Listen, like I said, I never do anything half-ass. With that,
never
you
have.
guys.
You never have.
With that, Oh Holy Night, that's one of my favorite carols, and I'm glad that we were able to share it with you all.
Oh my God.
All right, so that would be my final thought there. You know what? Like Dick Van Dyke said on NBC, singing is healing. Singing keeps him young. Singing makes him feel good. He literally, that is his mindset.
I relate to that statement.
I know you must.
So much because, the pigs, this is a hobby. This is a really fun, creative thing that we get to do. But, I would be lying if I said that there were nights when we were practicing that, I'm like, fuck, I'm so tired or I just don't feel it. But every time I get there.
Yeah, you feel good.
Every time we hook up and I start to sing, everything
You're Dick
changes.
Van Dyken.
I'm Dick Van. I am Dick Van Dyken all the way to the North Pole.
God bless Dick Van Dyke. He is seriously a national treasure. All right, now as we make our way into reading, watching, listening to, we have to give a shout out to our sponsor, Lizzie Selly Studio.
Let's do it.
So we're going to take a minute here, you guys. Lizzie has come back to us with more product, and we are going to show off.
Lizzie has a lot to share
She
with
does,
the world.
and I'm sure you can see on our mantle, so we'll use that wide frame. I want to give a special shout out to one of our favorite local artists, Jess Root. Jess Root, we met last year when we did our first speaking engagement at First Congo. And Jess Root had gotten herself now into watercolor painting, and she is a phenomenal local artist. And one of my favorites is we have on the mantle the Christmas, but what do you have there? Oh, is that the apple pie? Love that. But oh my God, it's so cozy. But I'm going to show you the one that if you have a loved one, like maybe that, you got a snowbird down in Florida or someone who just loves the beach, This is absolutely
Yep.
one of my favorite watercolor paintings of hers with all the different seashells. I'm loving the hues that she uses and the shadow work behind the shells.
And
It's
I love
absolutely
the
gorgeous.
use of your word hues. I
I
appreciate
thought you don't
the use.
like.
No,
you don't
I
like when I use the word
no,
hues.
I liked it just then. I like that. Keep it coming.
I'm glad you do. Michelle, why don't you show off this incredible, I don't know if this would be called macrame. Macrame.
I don't know.
This is by Sonia Benham. I bought myself actually that same, but different color, different hues ornament. I'm obsessed. And this is a bigger piece of wall art. Someone needs to buy this and put it in their house and tag us in it because
Super
I am
cute.
freaking obsessed with that piece.
Mhm.
I mean, that is so cool, even for like a kid's bedroom
Yes.
or an office space,
Yes.
those bright colors, like we've discussed with Lizzie Selly before. Joy, the joy
Pop a color.
that, yep.
Raises the vibe.
Always
Feeling down
does.
this holiday season?
Feeling
Put this
down
in-
and out.
Put this
I
in
need,
your
I need
room.
to hang that
Yeah,
in every
hang that-
corner.
why don't you pin it to your chest?
Oh
my
God. Wait,
God.
that could literally be,
Hang on a second.
wait a second. Okay, wait a second.
Wait. Lizzie.
Sonia, you guys have to turn that into a pin. That's
my
actually a
God.
freaking great. All you got to do is grab a pin and hot glue it on there. So something else that she sent our way are these cool little. I think
Is
they're
that a
like
paperweight?
It's. I think it's more of like a little
like a desk ornament?
Yeah, it
desk
says
ornament?
Yay you, yay
Yes.
you.
Oh my God. It's just staring. It's just cheering you on while you sit and work.
Exactly. And this is by Vicky Barone. It's I think it might be like a resin of some sort. But again, a really great little accent. This is great for like a teacher, your boss, your sister.
Love it.
It's great. I love this as like your hype woman. Can you grab the Sprinkles of Joy box?
Yes.
This is another option. This is a great one for either one of these two for like a white elephant or, you know, a Secret Santa kind of gift. So those, it's called Sprinkles of Joy. And they're cards for self-care on how to inject more joy into your life. Can
Yes,
you
I
maybe
love this.
pull one out?
Oh, I'd love to. Okay. Let's pick one.
So again, all of these different items are
Okay.
available at Lizzie Selly's studio.
So I guess there's different categories. This card is pulled from the creativity and learning category. And it says,
what does it say at the very bottom?
consider your most joyful memory from last month. What is it about that memory that sparks joy?
See, I love that.
And what a wonderful, like how this could
This is
be
like
such a
conversation
great,
starters.
It's a great conversation starter. And it's also a great little something to just have lying about at home. And if you're feeling blue or you just
That's
want to
really
inspire
wonderful.
some joy, pull a card from this deck.
Do one more.
Okay. Identify the most undesirable task on your to-do list for today. Then ask yourself, how can I make this as fun as possible?
Okay, this is wonderful. This is like, what's that guy's name? David Gutenberg? What's the guy's
Yes,
name from?
I think that is his name.
From three.
Steve Gutenberg.
Oh,
Thank you,
God,
Steve,
thank
not
God
David.
for
Steve
Anthony. See, don't
Gutenberg.
listen to me.
From frickin' 3 Men and a Little Baby. If you are not following him on social
Yeah.
media yet,
He'll raise the vibe for
he's
you.
basically your Sprinkles of Joy.
Sprinkles of joy, except in human form.
Yeah. A couple other things. Lizzie Selly sells these gorgeous, smaller. This is a Silver
love that
Linings
so
mini.
much.
I love them again for like a little preteens bedroom or something space or a really cool bathroom. Oh yes,
And then this piece, and this
Love.
is by Karen Denton, local LaGrange artist. She's just magical.
kind of obsessed with this
I
piece of
know.
hers as well.
Yep. This is called A Moment's Focus.
Beautiful. I love the pop of orange and the subtle pink in
Totally.
this. So as you can see, Lizzie represents and supports so many local artists. Hello,
Uh-oh.
hey.
Heyo.
Local
Got a
artists.
flaccid mic on our hands.
And you know, one of the things Michelle and I love doing is shopping locally for our loved ones during the holiday, all year round, actually. But, you know, when we're really, you know, thinking, where do we want to put our money? Do we want to put them in billionaires' pockets who are filthy rich? Or
No.
just say no. Or do you want to put them in the support of, in this case, all women artists who are making incredible pieces of art that will be conversation pieces and really special gifts for your loved ones.
And spark some joy.
Spark some joy. So for all of these different items that you saw here, and that was just the tip of the iceberg, but we do have limited time. You want to check out Lizzie Selly's studio. It's right in downtown on the west end of LaGrange. She has a few different events coming up. The one that we'll be able to catch for this episode on Saturday, December 6th, she'll be having a holiday shopping, and then she'll have another last call holiday shopping opportunity on December 20th. These are at her studio. Be sure to follow her on Instagram and follow all these other amazing artists. And thank you again, Lizzie Selly, for entrusting us with promoting and showing off all of these wonderful masterpieces.
Yes.
Amazing. Love it. Okay, let's dive real quick into reading, watching, listening to. I'm going to just throw mine out real quick. The Correspondent by Virginia Evans.
It's on my Christmas list.
It is. Oh my God.
Everyone is talking about
Everybody's talking about it. Book and a Chai recommended it. Our lawyer, Stephanie Posey, recommended it. You're basically it's an epistolatory.
Wow.
It's a word.
That's a tough one. And I'm not here to rescue you.
No, it's
pastoral?
It's a pastoral book, which means I might not be saying the word correctly, but it's epistoral. It's all letter writing. All email writing. So it's this woman, Sybil, who it's all of her correspondences, letters to old colleagues, daughter, son-in-law, and you're basically eavesdropping on her life, and it's fucking awesome. And I don't know where it's going to go from here because right now I'm just reading her letters.
Okay.
I kind of feel like I'm in an antique shop and I've come across a box of old letters, which you do sometimes at antique stores.
Fun.
And the people who have recommended this book, literally favorite book of 2025.
Okay.
So I'm just going to throw that out
I do
there.
love the cover of this book too.
With
it has
birds.
2 little birds on the front.
Like little chirpers. And I see that you're hoping that Uncle Dewey pulls through for you.
Yes, it's on my Christmas list. We got our annual What's on Your Christmas List. And I said The Correspondent because everybody keeps talking about it.
Okay, Michelle. So you read Hype Woman by Erin Gallagher.
Yes.
Thoughts?
Well, I remember when this book came out on the scene and I was seeing our friends reading about it. People were posting about it and I was like feeling very left out. I'm like, well, I want to be in on this Hype Woman gang. So while I was walking through the airport and desperate for a book, I picked this one up.
Nothing better than finding a book in the airport.
And one that
Squirt-worthy.
you are so into that you read it in your 2 sits on the airplane.
Oh, I love that.
Yes. So the full title of this book is called Hype Women, Breaking Free from Mean Girls, Lauren, Patriarchy, and
Burn it down.
Systems Silencing You by Erin Gallagher.
Cool.
Who is also like, she lives out in California now, but this is a Chicago girl. She was living in Chicago when COVID hit. She's a Michigan girl. This is a Midwestern girl who woke up one day and decided that she was going to write this book, which is described as a straightforward, honest look at why women do better when they stop competing and start backing each other up.
Hello.
She talks about comparison and jealousy and all of the everyday ways women can elevate each other.
Make each other's lives easier.
Yes. And one of my favorite ways, I'm just going to give one takeaway from this book. One of my favorite ways to elevate women and make it so there's room for everybody at the table is to talk about that woman
when they're
in
not
another
in the
room when they're not in the room.
It's one of my favorite memes is hang out with women who say your name in a room full of other people when they're not in it, and in a good way.
Here for it.
Here for it. Michelle, I'm going to read this. Do you own it?
I do actually.
Okay, well, I'm going to borrow it.
Actually, it's here. I'll leave it with you.
Oh, really? Why is it here? You're going to show it.
I forgot to bring it
That's
out of my
okay.
bag.
Doesn't matter.
No, I've already cried
these
all
are
my tears.
2 great book recommendations.
Definitely.
Okay, watching Anthony and I started Pluribus. Did I say that
That's
right?
an interesting
It's
title.
such. I don't even know why.
What's
it's
it
called
about?
That. It's basically like it's like almost like an end of the world story where something like a virus takes place and everyone gets sick, but with happiness.
Oh,
But it's like toxic positivity, happiness.
okay.
And Carol, the main character, is a miserable human being to begin with. And now she's immune to the virus. And now she's living she's one of like 11 humans on the planet.
She's Ms. while everybody else is just flying on their high flying discs.
Flying on their...
How's she doing in it?
Not great. She's
not-
miserable and she's trying to figure out how is she going to save the human race from this bullshit.
This happy happiness.
It's like, yeah, and I don't know if it's going to be like a kind of like a
Epidemic.
Christmas Carol kind of thing where she comes out at the end being like, yay, God
Okay.
bless us all. Or if she saves the day or if she gets, I have no idea.
Okay.
Well, there's like an alien takeover.
There's an alien component to it. It's good. It's funny. It gives leftovers.
Where can we stream this?
Apple TV.
Okay.
Thank you, fact
Okay.
And
checker.
it's the same creator, writer, director of Breaking Bad.
Oh,
Okay.
that's right.
And Better Call
that's-
Saul. So he's no
He's
slouch.
solid.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's good. And I'm into it.
Okay.
Yeah. I would recommend it as if you need something new to watch and you're kind of like, what's this about? I would dive in.
Until you mentioned it, I hadn't even heard of it.
And you are watching It's All Her Fault, which I know is really, people are talking about this
Yes,
one a
it's
lot.
like it's trending on Netflix. It's with what's the heck's her name? Sarah Snook.
Sarah Snook
Sarah Snook
from Succession, who I loved in Succession.
And she plays a mom. She plays like a working mom who goes to pick up her kid from a play date after school. And when she gets
This
there,
actually
the lady
sounds
that
terrifying.
answers the door is like, "What? There's no kid here. I'm the
No.
only one that lives here." And then it's this just like downward spiral of like trying to figure out like where the fuck the kid is. How did this happen? You can tell that she's like feeling like she's really screwed up and going crazy and what have you. I'm in the third episode now and I am into it. Like I'm at this one, I'm being called to watch it. Like I am called to watch a good book. So
that's
I'm
how I
gonna
feel
keep,
about Pluribus as well.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like it's like you want to watch
yes,
it.
100%. So I
Okay.
say check it out. There's another one. Have you guys seen what's out? I haven't watched it yet, but with Claire Danes, The Beast in Us. Do you guys know about this?
I've seen some stuff, but no.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, good. I think I'm going to add that one to my watch list.
Okay.
I don't know.
The Beast in All of Us.
The Beast in Us? I don't know. I just blew that one out just without even looking.
Okay, good news for our listeners. I've been enjoying a lot of content while I'm filled with rage and sadness and despair.
Yep,
I'm still
yep.
seeing the light. I am listening to a podcast called A Very British Cult, and it is about this life coaching empire called The Lighthouse. And they basically take you on, they make you pay all of the dollars, and they basically kidnap your mind and brainwash you and turn you against your family, your loved ones. They're all toxic. Keep giving money. They tell you when to come off your antidepressants. They're not doctors. It is insane.
Wait, is this based
It's
on a real
docuseries.
thing?
It's a docuseries podcast.
Okay.
About, and it seems like a lot of men have been victims of this life coaching. Gosh, it's
Ew.
literally
Talk about
it's a
low
cult.
vibes.
It's low. Yeah, but it is. But it's still so interesting. I mean, they basically. It's like a heist. They basically take you over, take your money, and turn you away from your family, and it's alarming. This, I'm here for life coaches, but you definitely want to check in who you're working with.
Totally.
Absolutely.
Okay, thanks for that share.
And Michelle, you've gotten on to the Christmas Carol bandwagon.
Yeah, just because they're on. In fact, I drove into the city this morning with 93.9 playing in the background.
Light FM.
You know what? Just why not at this point? But that's because also the Pigs are working on some new tunes for our very merry unplugged Christmas
I
at
love
Ryan's
that you guys do this.
public house. And I just want to invite you, Lauren, and you, Anthony, and you, listener, and Whiff, to this. If
Come
you
get
are
cozy.
looking for something holiday-ish to do that maybe looks a little different, maybe you're sick of doing the botanic gardens. Maybe
I
you've
just like that you
done
said botanic.
Botanic. Yeah, not botanic. We're talking botanic. This is an opportunity for you to come to a super cute, very festive Irish pub in Brookfield. And we will be just
Sing
sort
along.
of unplugged in the corner around a table. There's a fire blasting.
Super
It's
cozy.
really one of the coziest pig gigs we've ever done.
I saw a great Instagram post today on how to do more low maintenance holiday things to get into the holiday spirit on a more low maintenance and on a budget.
Does this fall into that
This
category?
falls into
I
it.
think
Simple,
so.
like simple. Instead of like paying the $1 million to go to
No.
all these different things or orchestrating all these dates, lean into the local easy things that are going on. Again, supporting small businesses,
Yes.
small
Supporting
creators
the
and
arts.
artists.
Yes.
And just lean into it and take a little bit of the pressure off instead of doing the big things.
big shebang.
Like, yeah,
You don't
and so
have to.
simplify a little bit.
Yeah. So
love
like
that,
December
Michelle.
18th, pop on your Christmas sweater and
Come on
come
over.
jam with the pigs at Ryan's Public House.
Beautiful.
Love it.
Okay, and then lastly, we will have your past joy, simple joy of the week. Do you have one?
I do. My simple joy of the week is my early morning writing sessions.
5:30.
5:30, kind of like clockwork. And I have to thank the Artist's Way book the workbook that I've been working on. It really kickstarted me into this space. And now it's sort of like I'm kind of addicted to it.
I love
and I
that.
love it. And there's
You-
progress.
You remind me of Lisa Gio, who, when she wrote her book, Find Your Clear Vision, we asked her, we're like, when are you doing this? She's like, every day at 6 a.m.
Yep.
Yeah, it becomes like a habit.
That's what I've found is really the most like clear-headed, like kind of it pours out of you time.
For you.
You come try and get me to write something or do anything
No,
around
you're
4:35.
useless. No, not even 4:35, like 8 o'clock, you're done.
Cooked.
Yeah, you're cooked.
Exactly.
My simple
hear it.
pleasure was I made a beef stew that had mom's name written all over it. It was a New York Times recipe, and it literally was, I'll link the recipe. It was literally called like old fashioned beef stew.
How long did it take to cook?
I mean, it always is better a little bit longer, but I didn't eat the meat components of it because I don't really
just eat ribs.
But I just eat ribs, but I don't like chunky bites of meat. But the potatoes and the carrots,
Yeah.
and I used red
there
wine
celery
a
in
little.
there?
No, but Anthony asked me for the next
So
time to do
carrots,
celery.
okay, potatoes.
and actually frozen green peas.
Yeah, hell yeah.
At the end, but honestly, the cherry on top of the cake, if you will, if that's the saying. Anyways,
I
bread
think it
with
might be the cherry
on the
on the icing on the cake. Is
Icing
I
on
think
the
what you
cake.
were
The
looking
cherry
for.
on top.
The cherry on top, but the icing on the cake.
Yeah, I put them together.
You know what? We both know.
Doesn't matter.
And
You
our
guys
listeners
know
know
exactly what
you
I'm
mean.
saying.
So you don't even have to explain
I'm
yourself.
not.
Don't.
But I'm going to tell you what that cherry was.
Let's hear it.
It's the fucking bread with the slabs of butter. And that is when June Massarella came back from the dead.
Rose
and was
sat at the
like,
table.
yeah, she rose and sat with
served
us
you.
and was like, and here's your childhood on a plate.
Oh,
And
my
it was
God.
so good. And in fact, I have some. So you're going to have some for lunch today.
Yes,
so
I
you'll be able to
am.
tell me how it is.
Cannot wait. Oh,
And with
my
that,
God.
everybody, that's our show for today. So we are wishing you all a happy Thanksgiving. We are so grateful for all of our listeners, for all of our amazing sponsors, especially this month. Let It Be Us, the Lizzie Selly Studio. We have so many fun things coming up as we move into now, like the holidays, even thicker towards Christmas. So be part of our newsletter. Follow us on Instagram, please. All I'm asking is one thing for Christmas, and you know what it is.
For you to stay cozy.
No.
With. Oh.
A review. Write us a review, please.
It's true. We actually are
For the
in need.
love of Mary, Joseph, and Jesus. Write us a review and just let others know how much you love our podcast, because that's all we're trying to do here is spread the good word of Cozy Conversations. And as always,
Oh, now do I get to say
now
it?
you can say it.
Okay. Stay cozy with.